I'm so excited.
All right. Stacey, do you want to take it away? Start off.
Yeah, I can start. Welcome you guys for week 3 of the Mastermind series. I am really pumped about tonight. I'm really excited about like tonight and next week and the following week. And who knows where we'll take this? We might even like extend it further than that. Right now we're just trying to link arms, as you guys know, and do this summer season together because y'all know what summer can be, but it doesn't have to be that way. So it helps when you apply tools to your business. And tonight is all about that. It's all about systems. And I hate even to say that because sometimes I feel like it overwhelms people. Like it feels like a contract, like you're signing your life away, a system. Like, I don't know. Does anyone feel like that when you hear that word? It's kind of like a party word. It's like scary. You feel intimidated. You feel like there's a really long commitment. I don't know. But system to me, we're gonna have to think of a different word for it. You know what I mean? But they really just they hold you accountable, truly. You're to be intentional when you work your business. And what I love the most about systems, and I forget who said this, but it was either in a reunion or it was a world tour or it was like a live training. But they said focus on the systems instead of the end goals, right? You rise to the level of your systems. And when that was said, it was a few years ago. I was like, whoa, like that is so true. Because we get so overwhelmed in like the feeling of I need to set these goals, which goals we know are important. We talked about that in week 1, and that's why we started that with week 1. But you rise to the level of your systems when you focus in on your systems. That's what's going to push you to reach those goals. Okay. So why do you need a system? A good system shortens the road to a goal, right? Running this business, it is never a good time when you're running it on E, when you're running it hitting the brakes, when you like ran out of gas, when you don't have a map. But a good system can help you take those detours. They can help you peel off when you need to because you're able to get back on the horse. Like you're able to get back on the road and hit the gas because you have things, your ducks in a row. And I can't say that enough because y'all know, like we're moms. With even Kristen not being here, she's a mom too. She works full time. If you're not a mom, you have another life besides Scentsy, right? And I've said that Scentsy is not your life; it's meant to fit into your life. And there's nothing more like empowering and exciting and just like uplifting and freeing when it comes to having a system when like you have a few days that like you didn't do anything because you guys it happens like last week on Monday I was sharing with you guys all the things that I said. Well, guess what? Tuesday I didn't do anything besides deliver 3 orders, and that's okay because what I didn't get done Tuesday I rolled it into Wednesday because I had a system, right? So that's what I love about it. It shortens the road to a goal, but you're able to really just pick up right where you left off. Um, Decide which method works best for you. That was something me and Lauren really like just aligned this morning. Like it's so important to do that because there's so much out there. And as we have shared, this business can be overcomplicated and it's overcomplicated by consultants. Like we've made it this way, right? Because we live in 2023. There's a lot of things out there. There's a lot of shiny things out there, a lot of great programs, a lot of awesome postcards to create. And it's all great and beautiful, but it doesn't have to be like too much. Like sometimes we put too much on our hands and then we don't even know what we're doing anymore. So it's important to find out what method works best for you. Even more so, it's okay if it works better for somebody else and it doesn't work the same for you. Okay. Because you are you. You have a different life outside of Scentsy. So what does that look like? Are you someone that's on the go constantly? Or are you like more at home, structured in a way of you find yourself holding yourself accountable by a pen and paper? Or are you digital? Find which one of those works best. I think everybody aligns in a digital format when it comes to social media, right? So that is a little bit of a system, but I'll be truth. Like if I didn't do Scentsy, I probably wouldn't even have social media just in my era of life. But I'm going to talk a little bit on those systems. And first and foremost, I want to share the most simple and really how I started my business almost 9 years ago. And that was by paper. Because I am not a digital savvy person. I am not technology. If it has too many buttons, too many things to press, count me out because there's too many directions to follow. Okay. So systems to have in place for a smooth business. You have to know what you're doing. So as you guys know, I've talked a little bit about the label system here and there. And I really can't stress enough how amazing this system is. Okay. If you don't know, this system was kind of created by Chastity, by Katie Lassiter. Kind of, they both have put their own flavor to it. And what's great about this, you guys, it's fully customizable. They print on 2x4 labels. Okay. These are shipping labels. You can get Avery, but the best thing is, you guys know I've talked about Amazon. I love when things come to my front door. It's amazing. And I love Amazon. So there's a link where you get these in like bulk, where for years I paid like so much more for just a name brand as Avery, where they make like Amazon labels and it comes in like a bulk and it's less expensive. You end up saving a lot of money. So 2x4 labels, each day gives you a category. What's even more amazing about these, you guys, and I'm going to say amazing like 1,000 times tonight because I love this week. They're fully customizable. So when you get this link, me and Lauren are going to do this. You'll receive the document tomorrow. I'm thinking so. Tomorrow we'll be able to have that in your hands where you're able to click this document and you're going to be able to either delete things, add things, fully customize it to your liking, because maybe you haven't built a team yet. Then maybe a tip email wouldn't be irrelevant to your business. Or maybe you like connect with 5 frontline. Maybe you take that 5 frontline into connect with 5 potential join like teamies, right? So it's fully customizable. But this is what I was talking about when I say I didn't do something for a day in my business, but guess what? I was able to do that next day. And then if I fell off, like I highlighted some things and maybe I didn't finish some things one day, that just rolls into the next day. Because how many of you literally go into your workspace, whatever that looks like for you? This was like a dining room in our house, but in this business, I've lived in 3 different houses over the last 8 years. So my first house, I had a like Costco, like 3-tier shelf in the basement that like one shelf had inventory, one shelf had paper products, one shelf had sampling, one shelf had like, I don't even know what, but, and then my second house, I had a small desk on the side of my kitchen. And then I did the same thing. I kept everything on that shelf in the basement. Now I live in this house where I have a little bit of a space and I have a desk and I have like a shelf here, but guess what? I still have stuff in the basement because that's what I've done over the years. So again, just having a space keeps you organized to where if you do go in that space, you know what you're doing. And I can't stress this enough. If there's something that I can say that I love more than anything in this business, it's these flipping labels, especially right now, because once that AMI app went away, I had to get back to my roots. I had to get back to the pen and paper, but also the like highlighting. There's nothing more exciting to do than like feeling like you accomplished something, right? Like a to-do list and you're able to highlight, like you're able to scratch it off. Like, yes, I did that. Moving on. So you're going to get this to be able to customize that. And that is what is called the label system. Okay. Another thing that I can't stress enough when it comes to paper is the order history follow-up system. This is also, you can do this any way you want, really. It's using Workstation. Everybody has a workstation. So Workstation is a system. And one thing that you can do in Workstation is utilize the mess out of 2 things: orders, order tab, order history, and then you guys can customize to the left dates and so forth. Whether it's Scentsy Club, you want to filter club, you want to filter PWS, party, whatever. Or you can go to the reporting tab. The reporting tab, the sales reports, I think is underutilized. And I think because we're not really thinking more broad, like for instance, okay, right now we're in summer months. Okay, so when I'm thinking about follow-up, I'm not just going to print off my order history and just be very like cut dry of what you would do to build a base blend. I'm a mom, so I'm going to just give an example. Build a sandwich, build a cheeseburger, right? So go with me on this. When you go into your order history, you see like Susie ordered pods and a mini fan. Okay. Bill ordered a warmer and 3 bars. I'm not just going to stay on like Bill ordered what he ordered. I'm going to go in the summer months, you guys. You have to go more in depth. You need the condiments. It's not just the meat and the potatoes of a meal in the summer months. I'll tell you right now. The connection is so important these months. And that goes in sync with the reporting tab in the sales reports. And what I mean by that is filtering. Filtering in the other products, the washer whips, the things that people don't forget. Okay. And I say that because if you're focusing on one product, such as just the wax, a lot of times people forget to change the wax. They do. It's because it's on, it's a 24/7 product that they wish. They're not just thinking about it. But guess what? They have to wash their clothes. They have to do those things. They're in their car, so they're gonna want their car to smell good. Hold on, Bubba. So those things are like the condiments, okay, in these summer months. And I say that because those things people need to refill. So I use the mess out of the sales reports. And I filter mini fan because I want to know, or just fan, because we have other fans, right? We have the mini fan, we have the wall fan, because those people need pods. They need to come back to you to get pods. So if you have customers that haven't had pod refills and their wall fans are just chilling because maybe they forgot about it, that's where it's good for you to follow up on there. Okay. So these summer months, I utilize that specific report more than ever out of any other month out of the year, to be honest. And I probably need to more on a consistent basis throughout the year. But in the summer, you guys, like I said, it's really important to connect. It's really important to get creative. But I can't say it enough. Connection is key in the summer month. So order history is a system by just filtering that. And when I say, like, if you're someone that's starting off, like, stop, go over here. Start, like, it's okay to start from scratch. If you're coming in here saying you're like, I don't have a follow-up system, it's okay. You can just go, what I always say is just go back 60 days, because within 60 days, they typically need a refill. They need a sample, something of some sort. Okay. So filter 60 days. Customer follow-up log, that we're still on the paper. We're still on the paper and the pen. Log, thank you, PWS log. That's just basically what Kristen shared last week. It's a clipboard, it's a binder, it's a paper sheet, whatever you want out of it to keep you accountable, that you can take on the go. Like Kristen's able to put that clipboard in her work bag and her purse and is able to literally carry it. If you're a mom on the softball fields, you're able to take that with you. Yeah, obviously it's a little tricky during games and stuff, but like if they're practicing, that's easy where you're able to kind of do multitasking. Pen and paper, we'll have links for that, but I'm pretty sure all of us have those files on our pages. If you're a seasoned consultant, I'm pretty sure you've seen them, but it's basically very cut and white, black and white of name, order date, what did they order, thank you, sent. It's very basic, very simple, right? But you're able to visualize it. And I love that system, especially if you're newer, starting out, because it's easy to keep up with. So you're writing down their name, money they spent. Money they spent, I think, is important because it's something I didn't keep track of in the beginning until about a few years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago when COVID hit, because then I saw like how much these people are actually spending and why haven't they joined? Like, so that was a big indicator for me. making sure I wrote down what these people were spending, okay? You guys, struggle bus. Digital, I'm gonna share my personal customer order log that I am using right now. Me and Lauren have shared it in an email before. This was someone else's, and then I took it and like customized it to what I worked for me. Am I able to share screen? Maybe. Maybe. Let me see. Allow. Okay, nope, we're not. Okay, cool. Cool Zoom. I don't know how it's not letting me do it. It's okay. It's fine. Zoom has, it's like a, very controlling thing, but you guys have it, you'll get it again, but I'm able to do this from my computer. So it's literally on an Excel, and I'm able to put in the name, the order date, and it's something that I do. I have it on Mondays. And then honestly, by having the label system, I'm able to identify like, okay, like Wednesdays is my mail out day. So if I haven't updated my system, I'm able to go back in on Wednesday and input like I received like 2 PWS orders. So that's something that is working for me. Like I said, you have to figure out if you're pen and paper or a digital. It's okay if you're a little bit of both, because I have been in a little bit of both, and that's okay. I do things on pen and paper, but some things are easier for me to keep up with digitally. And Lauren is a little bit on the opposite side of things, and that's awesome, because that's the best thing about this, you guys, is you can learn different ways. But you'll be able to have access to that. One thing that I have been loving is boards. I have said it last week or the week before. It's very important to not be robotic in this business, meaning like the AMI app, when we had the AMI app, it came with like message templates and you were able to use those. But you guys, your customers know you. And it's important to build the relationship with you in ways of who you really are. And so by copy and pasting, but in your own verbiage. And that's what boards is. And boards is kind of like a Pinterest. If you haven't seen boards yet, if you have, or maybe you have seen it and it's a little intimidating for you, that's okay. I can do a personal separate training on boards because Zoom is not letting me screen share, and that's very, very, very frustrating. Because I want you to see how easy it is to utilize. And I think more importantly, to see it is visually, I'll record it so you guys can like see, and I'll voice record it so I can walk you through it. But what I love the most about boards is it links to your keyboard on your phone. So you can schedule posts on parties, you can schedule posts on your VIP page, you can, like if you're texting someone, a customer, you can literally put your follow-up system in the boards app because you're able to customize your templates. And you're talking to a customer, you can take from your boards app and copy and paste it to the conversation. So it's like AMI, but it's everything in one, from parties to onboarding to post coaching. The whole 9 can be in the boards app. So I think that is something that is newer. But I think if you take the time to really, really learn it, and it's not hard, I promise. If you take the time to watch like how to use boards, you're going to be obsessed, because it was such like this cuts out so much time for me because it's linked to my keyboard and I can literally copy, paste, boom. Even with the picture. How many of you have been through your photos album on your album in your phone, scrolling to find a picture that you saved like a month ago and you can't find it because you have a million and zillion pictures? Maybe I'm the only one, I don't know, but it would take me forever to find this one flipping picture. But now it's all in folders on the boards app. And now I can just go to that folder, click the picture, boom, copy, send, paste, done. Like, it's great. So the boards that I have, what's great is, you guys, you will get the link to it that takes you to the exact boards that is already created. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to create anything. You can take it and you can edit it. and that's it. Like it's at your fingertips. So it's amazing. So boards, I use it for parties, training, onboarding, hostess coaching, follow-up, whatever. It's awesome. The other thing I will say, the one-on-one method. This was something that also the infamous Katie Lassiter invented. She utilizes this every end of the month live. And I love that because how many of you can really say that you front load your business? Like truly. If you don't, that's fine. Like it's okay to say like, nope, I don't front load. Nope, I don't have sales that go in on the first of every month. This one-on-one method helps her identify what she's doing that following month by the end of the month live. Meaning when Dan goes live and shares everything that we have coming for us that month, she's writing down on this sheet of paper potential hosts. So like Bring Back My Bar collection. If you are a seasoned consultant, you can go back and see who hosted for you last June, last January, the prior Bring Back My Bar months. Potential teamies. If we have a join special, then she's and then also teamy focus. She's gonna put down like if you have a team, you can identify who would you like to work with that next month. All from this one-on-one paper, which again you will get the link to. But it's very simple. It's literally like 3 little boxes that you're able to like doodle on by watching the end of the month live. And it breaks it down to Scentsy Club running this month, mystery box. So if you guys are using mystery boxes or putting bags together that you customize every month, you can brainstorm on that, but it's all on one paper. It's not in 10 different papers, one planner here, the notebook over there. It's all on one paper by watching the end of the month live. And then what she does is she takes that one paper, she prints off her order history from Workstation, and then she looks who has spent X, Y, and Z over the last 60 days. They would be a good person to talk about joining. And if they do not want to join, then they need to join Scentsy Club. Okay. And then she looks at like who continuously ordered or who's a new person. I need to talk to them about hosting. All of these things just by 2 things to run her business successfully, simple, the following month. I love that system of hers. I can't speak on it enough. It's amazing. It works as well. And if you know Katie Lassiter, if you watch her YouTube trainings, she has always been an amazing rock star in PRV. Like always has had high freaking PRV. Okay. She's always one that I have always felt very inspired and one that I speak very highly of, and she's just the queen of simple. But my personal challenge for you guys is to just pick one system, okay, and implement it this week. You don't have to have it all together, but just figure it out. Say, you know what, I'm going to try the label system. Okay, cool. I'm going to try the digital follow-up form that you're going to get the link to. I'm going to try boards. Okay, but do one. Don't do it all. Don't think you have to do it all, but pick one this week. And then if you already are using a system, refine it. Okay, it's okay to refine a system. Figure out maybe something that we're sharing tonight that maybe you don't apply in the system you're using that you can. So maybe that one-on-one method, maybe you're not printing off the order history and looking at how much people are spending to then have those club conversations. Maybe it's that you need to refine. Okay. That's the big golden ticket in this training, is just figure out what maybe you're doing, but maybe taking it a step further to bridge you in that gap of like, maybe you're hitting the 500, but you could be hitting 1,000, or maybe you're hitting the active and that's awesome, but you could be hitting 500 by doing that one extra thing to refine the system. Or again, pick a system and implement it this week, you guys. You're all capable, but it's just figuring out which method, the paper, the digital, a little bit of both, it's fine, but you have to just start. Okay. So everything that I shared, you're going to get the content, you're going to get the links. We're going to put it all in a Google Doc and share it to each team pages. And if I have a training video to link towards that topic, then I will also attach that, because I'm a visual person. I think it helps to watch videos. Because you're able to pause, you're able to like see it visually and walk through it. So if If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment in the chat and I will gladly answer it, but I hope that was super helpful.
So helpful. Thank you, Stacy. I think that next week, we're going to really dig into these and help you guys really focus on, it's like what your niche is, like what works best for you. So I love that. And so I'm not going to go any more into systems of what you need to implement into your businesses. Stacy's already talked about that, and we all need to kind of, not tonight because it's going to be late, really tomorrow, like really reflect back on your business and think about like what has worked for you in the last 30 days, 60 days. And think about, because I mean, ultimately we're thinking about like organization and like how to effectively and, easily work your business. Like, these systems are no more than just a pattern of habits that are repetitive, that are duplicatable, right? So you're able to use them over time, month to month, week to week, day to day. And no, not every day is going to look the same for you, but if you're able to do a little bit each day, you're going to feel so much more productive. You're not going to feel as overstimulated or just overwhelmed, because I'll tell you, I've been there. I'm there. It is what it is. You get into the rush of life and things are happening, and you say, oh, I'll get to that tomorrow. I'll get to that this weekend. Well, here we are 2 weeks later and I haven't gotten to that. And then you really start getting your feels because you're looking back on your business and like, holy crap, we're the 22nd of May and I'm not where I want to be. I'm not halfway to my goal. I'm not here. So these systems will really create the workflow and efficiency for your business. So thinking about Scentsy, like, we move products, right? We're moving products into our customers' hands. These systems will essentially, the systems are really going to move the people. It's just going to help us to flow better. And like I said, they're not going to have you freaking out, wondering, okay, what am I doing today? Am I just going to go sit in my office or in my workspace and I'm going to sit and make samples and that's all I'm going to do for my business? Like, yes, samples are not income producing activities. Now, if you're getting them into people's hands, it's halfway there, but are you following up? What are you doing that's intentional to make you money? You can't just, subscribe to the cent of the month and hope and pray that you can make samples and sell, as much to pay yourself back from it. Like, it's just not normally going to work like that. You need to have a plan. So these systems are so huge and vital for your business. And so, like Stacy said, if you don't have those systems now, that's okay. Like, you can start today. I'm actually restarting and doing something completely different. And what I'm going to do, we're going to actually share in the Google Doc too. And one of the things that Stacy, this is a pen and paper one. This is something that I had seen a few years ago, but there's a new updated version. There is a Scentsy planner. It's an actual consultant planner that you print off front and back. It's about 80 pages. So it would be 40 pages total. And you just either hole punch them and put into a happy planner, or you can just bind it into a regular $1 binder that you get at the dollar store. But Joanna Luna has created a Scentsy consultant planner. She can't sell it. That would be out of compliance. You guys just print it. We have the link to that for you guys to download and print too. But she gives you so many ideas to work your business. If you're a leader, there are ideas in there about connecting with your people. Like, it's amazing. And I feel like what I'm doing right now is not working, and I recognize that. And so I need something that's going to help my business more, because I'm not getting uncomfortable. I'm not seeing the growth that I want. And it's because I'm sitting stagnant and not using my systems that are going to move me and help me grow, essentially. So another thing, if you are, obviously everyone here is a business owner, but if you are a leader, you need to really and truly have your systems down pat. I don't care if you have one person on your team, because your business needs to take the forefront. Your business comes first. You know how we always say, my goal is 500 by the 7th, or whatever your goal is. That needs to come first. Your business comes first before you can take care of anybody else, before you can pour into anybody else's cup. So making sure you have these systems in place, these systems are going to really take care of, the three things that are vital to your business, right? So you've got PRV, you've got recruiting, and you've got coaching. So each of these systems that you implement in your business is going to be supported depending on which avenue that you go. We can sit here and tell you till we're blue in the face, this works for me, this works for her, this works for her. We don't expect you guys to jump off this call tonight and say, I have to go do that. I have to do that right now. I have to do what she's doing because she's successful, or I have to do what he's doing because he's successful. No. Pick something simple, do one system at a time. And I suggest starting with a follow-up system, period. Go back as far as you want. You can do 60 days. You can do, I don't care, 4 months, whatever. If you've not done follow-ups in a long time, go back as long as you want. And what else? Okay. So to find that follow-up system, to find the system for recruiting and conversations, or maybe it's party booking, all the systems that you need for your business. Think about what area in your business is not going great. Think about the area that you want to grow in. Think about the area that you're really good at, and think about how they can connect to each other. So if you have really high PRV, month after month, consistently have high PRV, and if I ask you, what's your system, and you can't tell me what it is, you have a system, you have something, because you're obviously sharing your business, you're connecting with people, you're having conversations, you're doing something good for yourself, for your business, whatever that looks like. That is a system. And then you think about the things that are not working well. Okay, maybe my sales aren't high. Maybe I have a hard time hitting my active goal or your 500 PRV, or maybe you were to say gung ho, I'm going to get my 2000 PRV every single month because we get that 5% raise. If that's something that you want to work towards, follow-ups, that's going to essentially hone in on growth for your personal business and start with a follow-up system. If you don't want to sit here and do digital because it's overwhelming, because I feel you there. It really overwhelms me, all the tabs and all the check marks and things. Get out a piece of paper and write down some names. Go in your order history and do 10 follow-ups, 10 conversations. Copy and paste the same message, but put their name, make it special, make it personalized to them. It will take you no more than 15 or 20 minutes, and you've worked your business. You might get a sale or two, or maybe you might get a party booked. You don't know unless you try. And you might surprise yourself. You might shock yourself and say, well, geez, why didn't I do this before? If we constantly sit back, I do this and I'm guilty. If we constantly sit back and say, I really need to do this, and then you don't do one of those things, it's because you don't have a system. You don't have something in front of you, physically in front of you, holding you accountable. You know how Stacy was talking about the checklist and marking things off, right? Who has sticky notes posted everywhere with a list and you just can't keep up with it? It's overwhelming, or you lose them. That's me, right? Get you a clipboard and a piece of paper and take it with you around the house while you work in your house, while you do dishes or whatever you're doing. You're cooking dinner, whatever. Take that list, that follow-up list with you. Do the 10 in a day and watch your business grow. I don't care if it's an inch. I don't care what it looks like. And if you don't get a sale or a booking, whatever, it's fine. Because guess what? You got uncomfortable. You did the damn thing. I'm proud of you. You'll be proud of yourself and you'll appreciate it. Because I feel like sometimes time gets away from us and we just think like, no, not today. I'm tired, or it's late. Maybe people aren't up. No, people, it's 8:30. People are scrolling on social media and, they're not thinking about changing their wax because they done forgot that they haven't changed their wax in three weeks or whatever. Follow up with them, connect with them, offer them something, offer them a 6-pack, buy 5, get 1 free. They don't know that. I mean, most of them do, but some of them don't know that that's in the catalog. They might think, gosh, she's doing a special for me. Isn't that sweet? Like, seriously, y'all can do it. And then the last thing that I wanted to say, this is our slower season, right? Everyone knows that the fall and the winter are jam-packed and full of, I know that the spring and the summer is really packed for people with plans, summer vacations, kids sports, things like that. But as far as the catalog goes, people aren't gifting as much. They're not doing a lot of the holiday smells, things like that. But it's vital for us to work our business now and implement these systems, because if you're able to get it under your belt, what you're going to do for your follow-ups, what you're going to do for your booking conversations and your join conversations, your coaching, all the things, whatever systems, however many systems you need to be successful in your Scentsy business. If you do those things now, your business come August, come September, come October is going to run like a well-oiled machine. You are going to thank yourself because you'll have found your little niche. You're going to have found what works for you. And you're going to say, God, I worked my business effectively, efficiently every day for 15 or 20 minutes. I did these things. It works for me. I have grown. I have, hit my goals, and you're going to see that growth. If you guys, I don't know why that's going off. If you guys do it now, you're going to thank yourself. And I don't really have much more to say than that, but Stacy and I will get this document to you guys probably tomorrow, and we will make sure that it is also attached in the comment section of this recording, which will be on both of our YouTube channels, and we'll have it uploaded to our team pages and to Kristen's team page, because I know some of her girls are on here too. But does anyone have any questions? I know we didn't get specifically down into those follow-up systems, but that will come next week. I was going to say something else and I can't remember. I don't know, but all of these systems are tried and true. Anybody can use them. You can try something and it might not work for you, but don't give up. Just give it a shot. I will add to Stacy's comment about boards. I was not convinced. I had heard so much about it, and then I downloaded it and used it. I love it. I love it. And I'm not a tech savvy person, but I was able to figure it out. It is free for the first 100 uses or something. And then you have to pay $7 a month or something, but it's worth it. It is worth it. There are groups that you can join. You don't even have to add your own photos. You can join these rooms, I guess is what they're called, rooms or groups, whatever. And
it's the same price as what we were paying for the AMI app.
Right. So
you have more capability to do so much more in boards.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's great. Amanda has a question. Are they specific to Scentsy? Are you talking about the boards app, or I don't know.
So for the boards app, they specific to Scentsy?
It doesn't link to your workstation if that's what you're talking about.
Okay, but are they pre-made templates that you can use?
There's rooms that you can join. Stacy has one for her team page or for her group. And anyone can upload and have pictures and verbiage, and we'll have to find a training, because there are several trainings already, Scentsy board trainings. So we don't have to reinvent the wheel, but It is, and then you're not having to constantly save all these photos on your camera roll. You're able to go in and just either text them, post them on social media. Like, it's mind blowing, and it's easy. It's easier than you think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll go ahead and download that. Thanks.
Yeah, you'll love it.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody being on tonight. And if you have any more questions, just message one of us or comment on our team page and we'll be able to help everybody out. But I'm really excited for next week. And I hope you guys can find something tomorrow from the link that we share. Find a follow-up system that you want to try. That's something that we challenge you guys to do. Like I said, I've been in this for 6 years and I'm changing all the time. And currently I'm going to do something different because what I'm just not seeing.
Change is exciting.
Yeah.
It really is. It can be scary, but I feel like you learn so much from change.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to stop the recording.